Got the shit in there.
From the 757 to the 713, where you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swinging bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat.
It's the Crewsin podcast.
Cruising to the beat.
It's the Crewsin podcast.
Cruising to the.
I do have to say, I know you guys are like, man, this dude's going to pat himself on the back here, but I don't give a shit. I'm proud of myself because I was able to walk away. I was able to walk away without saying any more words, without getting to a point to where it got violent. Let's just be real. That I didn't feel threatened enough that where I thought that, I was going to have to protect myself. That's pretty much where I was at. That was the one point that I was at, was like, I might have to protect myself. But I'm happy I had my book bag on because I can grab onto my straps and just kind of like just grip it a little bit, grip it and rip, like just grip them and just, just keep myself there, keep myself present. And I'm very proud of myself. Yeah. Welcome back to another edition of the Crewsin Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Crewsin. Today is October 13th, mostly because I was supposed to do this on Sunday, but your boy did not get to do it. So it is what it is. Hey, we are here live and in something. I don't know. Damn it. As soon as I start, my allergies start messing with me. Dog nabbit. So yeah, we are here. We're here. Welcome back, guys. As you know, this is the Crewsin Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and this is beautiful. I love being back here. We are going to be talking about a little preview of the preview. There's something here. Hold on. What is this? It's right here. What is this? It's back. I don't know what that is. Is it this? No, it's not this. It's bothering me. It's going to bother me. I can already tell. I don't know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. I think. Yeah, I don't. Oh, it's this. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All right. Not bothering me no more. I know what it is now. We're good. I'm sorry. I know you guys are like, what is going on with this guy? Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot going on. Okay, don't judge me. Judge me, not for that moment, but judge me for my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Just all that. All right. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Smashing Machine. We're going to be talking about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. And also, we're going to get a little creepy today because we got 3 more days before 15 days of Halloween. I couldn't come up with a clever name. Okay, sorry. All right, Crewsin. I don't know. Does Crewsin sound good? Who knows? We're going to put that as a poll. Does Crewsin sound good? If it does, we'll use it. But where you can find the Crewsin Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Crewsin Podcast. Also, where you find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Crewsin Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. And guess what? I just noticed that I didn't tell you what the last thing was. It's a show called Creep Tapes that I watched, and it's interesting. That's just, if we could say the least. It's very interesting. That's all I can tell you. That's all I got for you. So hopefully you guys are enjoying your October so far. Damn, October has gone very quickly. That's all I can tell you. It has gone super quick, and we're here now. We're ready to work, and I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys for a little bit. And before we get into movie reviews and things like that, last week I kind of had like a little bit of a setback, mentally mostly. People bring some fucking, and I'm sorry, I have to curse here. Sorry if sorry if the algorithm fucks me in this one, but. Last week, like, I had a situation happen where someone thought they can just follow me or just walk behind me or some type of shit. And wow, this is like, I'm getting emotional just talking about this shit. And it's not that I felt threatened, it's that I felt enraged. I don't like that shit. As you guys can see, I'm from this place right here. And also I lived in Camden for like 10 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime. Don't get it twisted. So my instincts go to I'm being threatened in this situation. I felt like I was being threatened. I had a conversation with a person. They told me they can do whatever the fuck they want. Well, they didn't say fuck. They can do whatever they want. And that's the end of the conversation for me. To me, as a professional to professional, I feel like we can have a conversation where the end of the conversation, if you don't have an answer to the question, then just say, I don't know, or something. Just, I don't know works so much better than I can do whatever I want, or because I said so. Because I'm not 13. I'm not a 6-year-old person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a child. And I refuse to be talked to like a fucking child. That's just my problem. I don't like that shit with all the fibers of my motherfucking being. I used to be an educator. I have gotten college degrees. I have done a lot of fucking shit in this life to make it seem like that. I am not a fucking child. And I don't like being spoken to like that. And it bothers the shit out of me. So what I try to do in these situations is to exit the conversation. Throw my hands up. I'm done. I'm going to walk away. The conversation ends right there for me. That's the ending for me. I don't care if you're not done with the conversation. I don't care if you're trying to get your point across. Doesn't fucking matter. My conversation ended right there. To me, motherfuckers want to step over the line. And so I don't understand why this person felt like they can do that and think that that's not a threatening thing to do to someone else. Sorry. I'm from a place where if someone's walking behind you and you're unarmed or anything like that, it's a threat. Especially if they're walking pace for pace with you. And you've told them on several occasions, as you're walking, I'm done with this conversation. It shouldn't take me having to turn around and tell someone, hey man, you see me walking away, right? To a point to where this is my last warning type situation because I feel threatened. That's a threatening measure to me. And so to be followed like that, it's the weirdest. It's just weird. Why would you do that? Just walk the fuck away. If you're going to be professional, be professional. And that's how I am. So I got enraged. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got really mad, and I'm gonna be vulnerable here with you guys. And like, throughout that day, I was just getting angry. I had other shit happen. Like I was at a you guys know I'm a delivery driver. I'm not gonna say for who, but you probably know who. But I'm sitting at a locker. This is literally when I get to where I need to get to. This is literally maybe 15 minutes after, maybe 20. I'll give it 20. It's about 20 minutes after. I have another person walk in, like I'm delivering packages to a locker. And as I'm putting the packages in the locker, this dude walks up without ever asking. Walks up, starts to press the buttons in the locker, like stops everything I'm doing with the locker. Doesn't say a word until he starts pressing the buttons and like, is it okay if I do this? You're already fucking there. What are we talking about? You're already there. You're already pressing buttons. What are you doing? Like, you didn't even ask. You're just a rude motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so this whole day has now gone off kilter because one asswipe decided that it was okay to follow me. I'm saying this because I don't care. I don't give a fuck. This is completely me saying this. I'm not saying any names. I'm just saying the situation. Because one person decided that it was okay to follow me. I don't know if maybe I look soft or what, but doing that pissed me off to a point to where the room started getting darker. I started getting really pissed. And there was only one last act of me keeping my fucking sanity. And then the piece of shit at the locker did what he did, and then also walked in front of me because I said this out loud. I don't care. I said, man, that was rude. and he didn't want to say a word. I said, man, that's so rude, bro. I mean, I'm not a rude person. I mean, I won't say good morning to certain people because if I don't like you, I'm not going to engage with you. I'm not going to sit here and give you pleasantries. I'm sorry. This is not who I am. It's just the way I roll, and that's how I'll always be. It keeps me from getting in confrontation. I'm sorry. I know it might be good pleasantries and, oh my gosh, you say, no, you're so mean. No, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fake the funk. I can't. I can't fake the funk. It's just not something I can do. I can't do it. I refuse to do it. It's just part of my DNA. At 36 years of life, and it's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. I can't fake the funk. I can't. It's something that I can't do it. So having someone that's done pissed me off to a point to where I haven't felt like this in a very long time. And it was scary. And the reason why it was scary because, and it's going to sound crazy. Hopefully y'all don't try to get me committed or anything when I say this, but it felt like something else took over for a second. Something took the wheel. And if there was one more millisecond, I probably would have lost it. I probably wouldn't have a job right now. Probably would be in jail right now. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And it scared the shit out of me. It really did. I was scared shitless. I was like, I don't know this person. I don't know who this is. I don't know why my mind went there, but like it went there. And for me, it scared the shit out of me. And for me, it's growth because back in the day, I would have invited the confrontation. It would have been, let's get it. What do you want to do? But me trying to walk away and trying to get myself from that, because it's frustrating talking to a human being that can't be professional, that can't answer a question, a simple question at that. Why do you have to try to throw numbers and all the rest of this shit? All this roundabout shit that just tell you fucked me. That's what I'm trying to understand. That like at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. I mean that's practically what you should just be saying. I fucked you, and then call it a day. That might have even ended off better for me not getting. Well, I probably would still got pissed off. Just be real for a second, but to try to oversimplify something and try to over-explain something means that you're telling me some bullshit. That's what it seems like to me. That's what will always be. I can call bullshit out right there. Okay, say no more. You said what you said. You said what you can do. Okay, we'll call it a fucking day. I'll leave it alone. We won't have any other words about it. But when you sit around here and you can't be a professional and you can't answer simple questions, why are you in the position that you were in? How did you get there? You know what I'm saying? Like, if a kid comes to me and asks me back when I was teaching, hey man, how come I got this grade? Let me show you why you got this grade. Let me show you how you got to this answer. Let me show you how we can get to this answer. Not oversimplifying it, but I'm actually telling you the path of what it's going through. Not trying to tell me that you're not doing something or you can do what you want to. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. How am I supposed to answer to how come my kids fail in this class? Because I want them to fail. Because I can do what I want. I could put an F on this paper. I'm sorry. Did they call it E's? And if you have E's or F's, I think. All right. Here's another poll question for you guys: is the F worse than having an E? I mean, they're both the same. In Virginia, it's an E. In Pennsylvania and Jersey, it's an F. I feel like F is a little bit worse because F is like, you can equate it to failure, and E you can say excellence and just joke around and something. Okay, sorry, my bad. I'm got off track. To me, as a podcaster, as you guys can see, as a professional, as somebody that wants to make this into a job at some point, I have to be able to answer questions. I have to be able to tell you why I did this, tell you why I'm doing this, tell you why I'm talking about this, tell you why I feel like this about certain things. I have to be able to tell you that. And to deal with certain people that can't do that irritates the fuck out of me. It irritates me because you should be able to answer simple fucking questions. Why can some of your colleagues do it, but you can't? You know what I'm saying? Since I got that pissed off, and since I've had my mind kind of get muddied a little bit and the brain get clouded and things, I haven't been mentally right. What I'm saying is I'm making mistakes that I never fucking make. You know what I'm saying? That I don't make at all. Because mentally I got fucked up. Mentally I fucked myself up. I got into my own, something got in here and started doing some work up there. And I thought that I got rid of this fucking rage, but it's been a pretty hard fucking year. And to tell you guys that might have been the levee that almost broke, that was it. Oh, that levee almost fucking broke. And I didn't know that person anymore. I said, I hate it. I called my brother and I was like, man, I don't know why this came back. I don't know why all this rage came back. But it did, and I hated it. I hated every fucking second of it. That's not who I am. I said, that's not me. I don't know who this person. I've been fighting this person. And I'm just like, it was there. It came back. It reared its ugly head. And I'm just like, okay, we need to sit down. We need to fucking calm down. And the problem is that I'm making mistakes now at work that I never do. And I'm making these mental mistakes, like very, very mental mistakes. Shit that I do 10 times out of 10, but for some reason, Friday and Saturday, it was just off. I just been off. And I went to the gym today. I literally took the day, cleaned up a little bit, you know what I mean? Did some cleaning. I went to the gym a little later than normal. I was on the treadmill for almost 30 minutes today. I was between the treadmill and the sauna, I was in there for about maybe 30 minutes of the time. No, 30, 26 plus 13, about 40 minutes. We'll say 40 minutes. About 40 minutes of my time at the gym was between the treadmill and the sauna. And trying to figure out my why. And I'm watching, so everybody, full transparency. I've been watching My Hero Academia. I've been trying to catch back up on My Hero Academia for real. And just trying to not feel like shit. Mentally and now physically. I've been feeling sick as a bitch. I think I got a cold coming in. I don't know what's going on. A lot of shit got let in. And I need to work the shit out. And so me walking into that place has become a detriment almost. The only cool thing about it is you get paid and got pretty good benefits, even though they just cut off the college shit. But it's the toxicity of certain individuals seep through. And it brings a monster out sometimes that I don't want to get unleashed. And the only reason I'm talking about it here is because I want y'all to make sure that y'all make the decisions not just based off of monetary. I mean, it's nice, the money's nice. But like I've been saying for a while, is that this is probably the last job I will go to that is for because of just straight money. You know what I'm saying? And like the thought process will be, of course, money, but please, and I'm saying this to everyone that's listening, to everyone that knows me. You know what I'm saying? Please take care of your mental health. If you have to take a day and just sit back and just like reflect or figure shit out, do that. That's probably what I need to do. I still haven't really done that, but I still, like, even right now, I'm like getting very emotional, not because of the situation. I really don't care about this person. It's just that I'm mad that I allowed myself to get that angry, get that worked up, and allow that shit to fuck on my head and to like affect not just that situation, but affect me in a longer run. And I'm angry with myself about that. Now I'm just probably rehashing the anger. And like I've always been, I will always be fully transparent with you guys. You guys have listened probably to me cry on this podcast a few times now, and it's just, it's hard. It's very hard to not to keep the levees from fucking breaking. And I don't mean that, I'm not saying there's no pun intended or anything like that. I know everybody's like, well, this motherfucker's being very fucking no, I'm dead ass serious as flood fucking gates. My accent came back. Everything, yeah, like certain words, my accent you can hear probably, you know what I'm saying, like water, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But my full Philly, my accent came back for a little bit there, and that's how pissed I was. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell you guys, man, like, please don't let the monster out. Whatever monsters y'all got going on, man, y'all need to deal with that motherfucker. I'm telling you, it's going to fuck you up in the long run. And it's, to me, it's been fucking me up right now. And and there's no way to just sit down and just get my mind right and just continue on, you know what I mean, without fucking dealing with it. And I probably just need to go to this man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But I needs the money. But I haven't fully dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy because it's October, you know what I mean, it's spooky season and shit like that. And then, you know, it was weird. It was a very, I wouldn't say it's a weird situation. Like, it's something that, like, the problem is that I used to be used to that shit. I used to be fucking angry all the time. And that was like the Hulk type shit. Like, hey man, how come you never turn into Hulk? Because I'm always angry. Type shit. And at some point, the Hulk just came the fuck out at one point. That time I couldn't control the motherfucker. But I do have to say, I know you guys are like, man, this dude's gonna pat himself on the back here, but I don't give a shit. I'm proud of myself because I was able to walk away. I was able to walk away without saying any more words, without getting to a point to where like it got violent. Let's just be real. That I didn't feel threatened enough that where I thought that, you know, I was going to have to protect myself. That's pretty much where I was at. That was the one point that I was at, was like, I might have to protect myself. But I'm happy I had my book bag on because I can grab onto my straps and just kind of like just grip it a little bit, grip it and rip, like just grip them and just, you know what I mean, just keep myself there, keep myself present. And I'm very proud of myself. Now, I sat down and had conversations with higher ups, and hopefully things can get smoothed out. But I mean, if they can't, they can't. I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, man, I think and I'm saying this here first, man. I don't see myself in this position for too much longer. Maybe because I've definitely made some mental mistakes, and I just don't know what the future holds right now because my mind is just fucking gone. So, not gone. Hold on, it's not gone. We're here, as you can see. As you probably saw my Instagram videos. I mean, I'm still here. It's still Andrew Cruz. It's just I haven't been myself. I definitely haven't been fully myself for a while. I mean, for a past couple days now, almost 4 days now. Shit. So, thank you guys, man. I thank you guys for listening to my soliloquy. Oh, this is not the end of the episode. You guys are like, what the fuck? Hold on. What? I thought we were doing reviews. You sat here for 20 minutes talking about your mental health, you fucking weirdo. Sorry. My bad. So we're gonna start with we're gonna start reviews. All right, but seriously though, man, please, if you feel like those levees are breaking, please go talk to someone. Please go talk to someone. That's all I ask you guys to do. I should probably be taking my own advice, but I don't. We will at some point. So, with that we're gonna start the pod. I mean, the podcast can start now. I just needed to get that out off my chest because, as y'all probably know, this is like a video diary of my life. So, and by the way, at no point, I mean, at no point, at no point that I was going to harm or anything else. I was just very, very fucking angry. Yeah, I had no intentions of harming anyone. Just putting it out there, making sure that there people understand that, yeah, no, yeah, um, yeah, that's pretty much all I can say for in that situation without me getting incriminating myself. I plead the fifth, but because I thought I possibly had to protect myself. If you have to protect yourself, you got to protect yourself. But at the same time, that should not be the first thing. As I tried, I mean, as you guys probably heard, I tried to walk away. So with that, let's continue on. We are going to talk about the Smashing Machine. Now, when I first heard this movie was coming out, I thought that somehow they got records of Andrew Cruz, in some of my prowess in high school and in college, and I mean, that was my nickname was the Smashing Machine. Just I mean, I was like the Energizer Bunny. Now, what I'm saying? Just I thought that I was like, look, I don't think you want this unless it's like Von Trier. Let's make it. If you guys don't know who Von Trier is, he made the necrophiliac movies, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I'm not from France, so I can't, I mean, I was just sitting there watching. I was like, so they just stole my life story? I mean, or some of it, what I'm saying? You could have just, wrote the check for me. But I found out that it was about this MMA fighter named Mark Kerr. I know it was about the MMA fighter Mark Kerr. Some of you are like, oh my gosh, you really thought this? No, no. I did not think this. It was a joke. Just making sure people understood the joke. So, I know it probably wasn't the funniest jokes, but it was a joke. But no, but seriously though, man, we got to see the pretty much a documentary be made into a movie. So there is a documentary called The Smashing Machine, which is following Mark Kerr's life story. And I got to watch this movie, and I would just like to say the movie itself could have been better. There's some parts that could have been better. There's some parts, I mean, you could have that could have been worse, of course. But the acting though, I would have to say this. This is the best we have seen The Rock fucking act. He did some acting in this motherfucker. He turned into Mark Kerr. You know what I'm saying? And Mark Kerr is a soft-spoken guy. He seems like a guy that's like he's good to get. He's easygoing. It seems like even I'm gonna preface this with a spoiler warning. I want to say that end scene where you see him, that seems like the guy that I thought he was, like a guy that just nicest guy ever. He'll go to the grocery store, he does some shopping, and he says hi to, goodness gracious, he says hi to everyone. You know what I'm saying? People love him. He's sitting there waving at people, random people. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the guy. And to see him with the dynamic with his wife or with his girlfriend at the time, like the dynamic with him with The Rock playing Mark Kerr and also his wife, girlfriend Donna. I think her name was Donna, and played by Emily Blunt. I really think they did an amazing job at conveying what their relationship was. You know what I'm saying? Just the beginning of the movie. It's just, once again, spoiler. I'm putting it out there. This is a spoiler. The Rock is getting ready, I guess, for his morning workout, or just really his morning routine. Pretty much, I know me and him had the same morning routine. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to flex on y'all. You understand? Sorry. Continuing on. So I'm watching this, and The Rock is getting ready, Mark Kerr. The Rock has Mark Kerr. Sorry. Mark Kerr is getting ready for his morning routine, and his girlfriend is making a smoothie or making a shake for him. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just hear him like, like little subtle things like, hey, how many bananas did you put in there? Oh, well, I put like a banana in. Yeah, I'm doing a banana and a half now. And then he tastes it after this is all done and all the rest of the shit. He tastes it and he's like, did you put skim milk in this? And she was like, yeah, well, I've been doing whole milk for the past like month. I think that's what he said, like a month or two. And so he pours it out and starts to make his own shake. Now, you think about this. What's the one thing I haven't told y'all yet? He didn't say thank you. There was no thank you for this. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of condescending a little bit, like, man, like almost a little ungrateful. You kind of see where Donna's coming from with some of these shits. So you're sitting here, you're watching this dynamic happen, and he's poured it out, you know what I mean? He made his own drink. She sits down, starts watching TV. He sits down next to her. And then it just seemed like it kind of like snapped to him, like, oh, I didn't say thank you. Thank you for making this. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You did what you just didn't know. And so it was kind of like a sarcastic type deal. And then you can just see like this is a setup to this is one of the most toxic relationships I ever have seen on fucking screen. And to watch it and just sit here and be like, dog, why are y'all together? That's just the question. Why are y'all together? Like, y'all are so fucking toxic for each other. The relationship was weird. It made me feel uncomfortable. And you call a lot. Not uncomfortable as the fact, like, yo, one of these motherfuckers is going to go off the deep end, and one of them does go. Well, both at one point do go off the deep end. But you're sitting here, you're watching the addiction that he gets with the painkillers, and then you see the addiction that he gets. I think there's two addictions that Mark Kerr had in this movie. I know people want to say I'm crazy. He liked adversity for some reason. He liked the toxicity. I think he was really addicted to that with him and Donna, because why the fuck did y'all keep getting back? They both were addicted. We're dealing with two addictions here. They both like being toxic to each other on one hand. And then he has the addiction of painkillers, which we all know now that opioids are highly addictive. I don't think they ever put that on the bottles. When they showed it, I was like, I don't think that was ever shown. If they did show it, I'll take I will take it back or whatever. I apologize if that's not true. I don't remember them ever putting that on the bottles. And also that's why I don't take painkillers for my back, because it scares the shit out of me. It really does. That addiction is real. And so you're watching it and you're just like, yo, these two just aren't made for each other. And the arguments they get into, it's like little petty arguments here and there. And then you could tell it probably affected his fighting. And then when he goes to training that one time and like he leaves Boss Rutan, and Boss Rutan's like, you sure you want to go? He said, do you have anybody to train with, or how would you'll figure it out? Okay, cool. See, he was addicted to that. They were addicted to each other. Like, they had to be together in this in this time frame with each other. They had to be together. And it's cool that it wasn't just a fighting movie. It was not a love story. Shit. It's a story of two individuals that were very toxic for each other. And it took one of them going off the deep end to realize that maybe this isn't right for each of us. I think Ryan Bader did a very good job of playing Mark Coleman. Usyk did a good job playing Volchanchik. He did a fucking amazing job. I love that the director said, I'm hiring fighters to play fighters because it's going to be way more realistic. Which, yeah, it was, yeah. But those emotional scenes with The Rock as Mark Kerr, like when he's sitting in the hospital after he overdosed, that shit almost made me fucking cry. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard to watch that and like know that this dude is like, he's fighting for his life right now. You know what I mean? Like, he almost died. And he just realized like how much this addiction is hurting him, you know, and hurting the people around him. You know, he had to miss a fight because of that. But that's money. That's a lot of money, you know, and to enjoy that, to know that we watched this. I feel like, I'm sorry, my bad. I know I'm jumping around a lot. I feel like his Pride days were amazing. I think that the them showing the pride and everything like that, everybody, kids don't know what pride is anymore, especially with MMA. Like, y'all don't understand how important that fucking organization was for MMA. I know everybody's like, oh, UFC and this and UFC that. Pride was very, very important back in those days also. Very important. Those tournaments were definitely some of the biggest ones. That's where you get some of the biggest fighters that you've ever heard of. You know what I'm saying? Like a Mark Coleman, like a Mark Kurt, like a Rampage Jackson, like a Vanderlei Silva. You know? Sorry. Damn. See, I'm getting sick, and that's the fucking problem. So, overall, I would like to say the movie pacing wise wasn't the greatest. I will have to say, I think they could have paced it a little bit more. I mean, for a movie it's over 2 hours long, it still didn't feel like enough of the movie. Like, it just felt like we were jumping around a lot, especially throughout the story. And I know we only have like a 2 hour time limit, but it's just like, what the fuck? I can't wait for the documentary to come out, the re-release of the documentary. I can't wait for that. I definitely will be watching that for sure to see the subtle differences that they made. But I listened to the original documentary maker, and I was just like, he said there were subtle things, but they did capture that relationship pretty accurately, and which is fucking crazy. That relationship is, y'all gonna watch it and be like, damn, these motherfuckers hate each other, and yet they keep coming right back to each other. It's like opposites attract, but it's like toxic motherfuckers attract toxic motherfuckers. And there, yeah, you're gonna sit there and I would like to say this. There's one more scene that I like from The Rock is that I forgot what fight it was. I think it was after his Pride fight. No, it was after his fuck. Was it after his Pride fight? I think it was where he's in the where he's in the doctor's office and he's talking to the kid and he's just like, nah, we don't hate each other. Like, he's sitting there trying to explain that conversation to the grandmother about the ultimate fighting, and he's like, no, we don't actually hate each other. We actually really do like each other, like, sometimes. But I'm glad that was shown also, because I'm sure back in the 90s, early 2000s, that conversation happened a million times for those fighters, all the time. I'm sure it happened all the time for them. That how they have to explain, like, I don't hate this person. Yes, it's brutal. Yes, it's bloody. But you watch boxing, you know what I'm saying? There's actually more. Actually, there's more to do, not just with bloodiness, but you get beautiful submissions, beautiful transitions, beautiful motherfuckers wrestling. There's some great wrestling. Like, there is a sweet science to this too. I'm glad that they showed that, because to me that's the most accurate conversation that was happening. I would say, and I know I'm kind of going to be jumping for a little bit, but if you guys go watch Kingdom with Frank Grillo, that is an actual accurate. What I've heard is an accurate depiction of a fight camp, of a fighting club, gym, like a MMA gym. Like, that's the most accurate, like, function of it. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys get a chance, definitely go check that show out. It was a really good show. Like, one of the episodes, one of the fighters is getting ready for a fight. He's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And his coach is like, you're going to fucking do this. We've been training all day. We're going to fucking do this. I was like, oh shit. And now that I listen to podcasts about with multiple MMA fighters, you kind of listen to them like, oh, that's a real conversation that's happened. These motherfuckers actually are scared shitless before they walk out into the octagon. That's crazy. So if you guys get a chance, the only problem I have, well, one of the bigger problems is it's just the pacing. I feel like you could have slowed it down. I feel like this isn't a movie. You probably could have made this into a TV show, like an 8-episode TV show, and really depicted each fight or each camp before fight or in between, things like that. I feel like this could have been a TV show too. I might be wrong, and that's fine if I'm wrong, but I really think that you could have turned this into a TV show overall. So, but I did, once again, I love the movie. I think the acting, everyone was a superstar in a motherfucking role in this movie for sure. That's what made this movie, is everyone that did it, to tell the truth. It was just, yeah, it's just the pacing for me, that's all. But we're going to continue on. Now we're getting nerdy. So we have done nerd, and now we have done jock shit. Now we're going to do nerd shit. Yay! Sorry, that was sus. Okay, continuing on. We watched Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Holy mother goose. Yo, Demon Slayer has 2 movies that have came out. Both of them have been the bomb dot fucking com. Mugen Train, to me, I think it's 2020 or 2021 this movie came out. That was the best movie of the year that I saw. And for some reason, that anime movie was better than every movie that came out that year. And if you can go argue with your motherfucking self. Go ahead and find out what movie came out that year and tell me that that movie was better than Mugen Train. You're fucking lying to yourself. I promise that. With everything, go watch Mugen Train. That shit was fucking amazing. Rengoku versus Akasa, whatever the fuck his name is. Fighting him, that was one of the best fight scenes in fucking anime history. Just putting it out there. One of the best. It was great. It was a great fight scene. But Infinity Castle is going literally right after the latest season finale of Demon Slayer. Now, for all my nerd fans out there, just want to help you guys out. There are going to be 3 of these movies. This is one of 3 to finish off the Demon Slayer anime. So they're doing theatrical runs of this movie. I think it's every 2 years they're going to come out with a movie. And so, of Infinity Castle. So we have to wait for these motherfuckers. I feel like they should do an OVA of someone. Like, come on, man. Can we get an OVA at least? Please? Pretty please? Okay, continue on. So, also was kind of cool. I just want to, before I continue on, today is Sunday. I think yesterday this happened. This might be Saturday. After 6 years, season 3 of One Punch Man is back. So just putting it out there. There will be One Punch Man reviews. Continuing on. So, Infinity Castle is right after the season finale of the latest season of Demon Slayer, where we got the one upper moon fucking demon doing the little sitar. Is that a sitar? Might be a sitar. I don't fucking know. So she doing boom, and then everybody, all the grounds open up underneath everybody, and they're falling. The shit is crazy. But at the end of it, fucking Tanjiro is talking cash money shit to Muzan. The whole time he is talking cash money shit the whole time. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm going to kill you. Some shit like that. Like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Some shit like that. It was fucking amazing. I just, woo, chef's kiss. But then we get to the movie. I'm only going to talk about the fights, okay? By the way, spoilers. Y'all already know. I already put spoiler warning on the fucking Smashing Machine. Clearly, there's going to be spoilers in this one. Shinobu versus Doma, first fight. Holy shit, that was a good fight. To know that's the demon that killed her sister, and she was like, I'm going to come kill you. The problem with her is, and why she gets got, is because, yes, her sword does do poisons, which I thought was fucking fire. What I thought was fire, actually, was that whenever she put the sword back into the sheath and turn it, it's a different poison. A different poison comes out. It's a different concoction of a poison. And I'm just sitting here like, she's been trying to figure out a poison that kills demons. And so, I wish she can come up with poison and kill fuckers in my. No, I'm sorry. Continuing on. So she turns it, he's like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. He ain't doing shit with it. I mean, you kind of fucking me up a little bit, but it's like, okay, fuck you. And then her little last gas, I thought she was gonna fucking kill him, but I was like, shit, she did not kill him. The only problem is that she probably would have beaten him if her sword wasn't a stabbing sword, but a slashing sword. But for her poisons to work, you have to kind of stab it like a fucking needle. So, sorry. I think she dies in the worst fucking way possible, where she gets up there, she stabs him, but he was like, well, you didn't do anything. I just want to let you know, like, it gave us hope for a little bit, like they gave you that hopeful music, like, oh, she's gonna kill him, and then you sit there and watch, and it's just like, oh, he's absorbing her. He's not eating her, like the other fucking demon slayers that he has ran across. But shit, I'm sorry. But he is absorbing her within his body, and I'm sitting here watching. I'm just like, yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked. But I think that's gonna come back and bite him in the ass. I haven't read the mangas. And then her little second lieutenant, is getting fucked up also. Right now. But I think that's gonna come back and bite Doma in the ass. I'm just putting it out there. It's gonna be the only reason why these motherfuckers kill his ass. It's the only thing. That's all I can tell you. That's the first fight. Second fight, we get Zenitsu. Asleep Zenitsu. No, is he asleep or awake? Locked in Zenitsu. How about that? He's not a bitch. He's not acting like a bitch. Tanjiro! Oh, no. No, it's not that Zenitsu. It's Zenitsu that's locked the fuck in, that apparently knows all the breathing techniques to the thunder, except for number one. And he runs into is it his brother? Yeah, I think it's his brother. He runs into his brother who became a demon. But the problem with his brother is that his brother only mastered. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. His brother mastered all of the, or most of the thunder breathing techniques. Zenitsu can only master form 1. But he got real nice with that shit. Some people, there's a saying for this. There's a jack of all trades. Some people are a jack of all trades. They know a lot of things, but they master none. What Zenitsu was, he mastered that number 1 technique to make him be able to go toe to toe with his brother, who was, of course, more talented, had more tools of the trade, but didn't master any of those tools of the trade. He just was really good at everything, but master of none. That's what he was. And we figured that out with Zenitsu, like, oh, well, he mastered this breathing technique, and he is fucking him up with it. I mean, he gets a little bit, of course, they got to give you a little bit of danger, but he's going to fuck him up. That's just what it is. And so what was cool is that he created his own technique with the one technique that he has, that he knew. So he said, I can't master the other ones. Fuck it, I'm just going to make my own. Sometimes it's better to make your own path than to follow the path of others. Make your own fucking path. That's all you gotta do, baby. Make your own path, baby. It's all right. Just make your own path. And that's what the fuck Zenitsu did. Especially locked in Zenitsu. Fucked shit up. Of course, I don't know his brother's name. I know it's just his brother. I love that they gave us a little bit of backstory about their grandfather. I think their grandfather. Yeah, his grandfather or father. I think it's his grandfather. I think that was his grandfather. And he was said, man, he would be pissed off that you became a fucking demon because you thought that was going to grant you more power. And of course, it probably did. But they also said, if actually got the master being a demon, he probably would have beaten Zenitsu. Probably. But he didn't. He didn't have enough time. So fuck it. Zenitsu killed this bitch ass. So you gone, motherfucker. Bitch ass bitch. Woo! Let's go! Of course, he got fucked up throughout this whole entire fight. He has to get protected by weaker demon slayers before he can get, like regular foot soldiers before, he can get to safety or anything like that. Because he was actually knocked in a coma / knocked the fuck out after the fight. It's practically what happened with that fight. It was a great fight. Next, the last fight that we have is we got. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I get my Hashiras right. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Shit. I was just looking at this. What we're doing. Because I always forget his name for some reason. I don't know why. So we run into Tanjiro and Ginyu. That's what it was. It's Ginyu. I don't even need to look at it. Ginyu. Hopefully this didn't fuck up the screen or anything like that. But him and Ginyu. I don't fucking know. You know why I'm saying Ginyu? Because of fucking Dragon Ball Z. Ha! Too many D's. That's what she said. Ha! You're welcome. Little joke right there for you guys to help out. What the fuck was that? All right, that was weird. Seeing like little shit. Okay, fucking weird. We're not gonna do this today. We ain't gonna scare ourselves today, motherfucker. Yeah. So they get to fight Saka, Akasa. I'm probably fucking his name up. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But the one that beat Rengoku. You know what I mean? They run into him. He actually has some pretty cool fucking shits going on there. We actually get to see what I like is that we're seeing everyone's backstory. We are getting a lot of time here where we're getting people's backstory about this. And so I'm enjoying that part of the story. I think they did an amazing job with doing doing it justice by showing people's backstories. And so we see Akasa as a human. He was married. He loved fireworks, and his master dies due to dickheads, and then they turned that motherfucker into a monster. That's just what it is. It's what happened. It's literally what happened. I don't want to fuck up this story for anybody else. But you sit here, you're watching this, and you start to. It's kind of crazy. I hate that I say this because this is a demon that's killing people. You start to feel sympathy for him because it's like, well, the world turned against them. So why not just turn against the world? Because it's easy that's the easy out. Is I gotta turn up. You know what I mean? They killed my wife and my master, who was her father, of course. Now I gotta fuck everybody up. Like he went through a whole fucking whole house of fighters and practically fucked all of them up inside of that house when he was human, by the way, and then devoured them when he became a fucking demon. And then also, if you guys have never watched the end of Entertainment District, he's watching the fireworks. Now that makes sense why he was watching the fireworks and why they showed him. You know what I'm saying? Because the fireworks is what connected him back to his human days. So watching the fight between him, Tanjiro, and Ginyu was fucking cool as shit. Watching Tanjiro finally really master the fire technique and to know that this dude, like, you can't really kill him. You can cut his head off, but he's still there. Listen, if we're being honest, technically, he beat himself. I'm not going to say with the other word. He beat himself. You know what I mean? Y'all can't beat me for real. Sorry. He was like, y'all can't get me out of there for real, so I got to do it myself. I'm just going to do it myself. Because y'all suck, to tell you the truth. So, just in case people don't know, in Mugen Train, Rengoku was trying to hold him off until the sun came up. Okay, so he can die in the sun. They're pretty much like vampires, just in case people don't know. The demons and Demon Slayer are like vampires. They can't be in the sun. So what happened is that, you know, he regenerates. Even the head. You can cut his head off and it'll still regenerate. I don't know how. I wish they told us how he can actually die, but they didn't really show. The only thing he did was punch himself in the heart. That was practically all you could think of to do, and that was it. You know what I mean? He practically. It was a really good. They did a really good job of showing his backstory and making us have sympathy for him. That's how I feel about it. I think they did a really good job. All in all, this movie was an A-fucking-1 movie. I think they did an amazing job. This was a 2.5-hour movie of just straight fucking fights. there's like little dialogue, except for the little dialogue that you get is because they're going back and giving you some backstory. That's practically the only dialogue you get, but the rest is straight fucking fighting and action. Everything that you get from a John Wick movie, but with fucking plot. Woo! Let's go! I don't think it's in the movie theaters anymore. It should be probably streaming here very soon. Yo, I just found out that him is streaming already. And I don't even think it's been like 3 weeks since the movie came out. This shit is crazy. This turnaround with streamers is getting a little fucking ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That shit is crazy. So, yes. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, fucking amazing movie. Please go check it out whenever you guys get a chance. Actually, it is the highest grossing anime movie of all time. I think it just beat out Pokemon 2000. Which was another amazing anime movie, if we're being fucking honest. So, continuing on, last but not least, hold on, let me make sure that my battery doesn't die here. We got 18%. Where the fuck is my shit at? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Shit, this shit's gonna die. Oh my god. Why is it stuck on the wheel? Sorry, y'all. Hold on. There we go. Those gonna die. Who's gonna die? Bitch. Yeah, you charged up now, motherfucker. Yeah. I didn't think I was gonna be talking for an hour. That's probably the problem. Sorry. Continuing on. We're gonna talk about creep tapes. This is very fast. This is probably not gonna be the longest of fucking things, but it's just it's 6 episodes, okay? 6 episodes. It's on Shudder. If you guys have Shudder and you want to watch some creepy shit, there you go. Also, I think what's also on Shudder is All Hallows Eve, which I'm going to talk about during the 15 days of Halloween-ness. If y'all like Crewsin, please let me know. But let me just say that creep tapes, I don't know whether I should be laughing at this shit or I should be horrified. Or I should just be like, these motherfuckers are stupid enough to go out into the middle of nowhere and get caught up with a fucking... So, the show is this serial killer, this serial killer, invites people to different places that are filmographers. And he's inviting them there to practically kill them. One of them, the first one that you see is him auditioning, he wants to go audition for an actor school, and he's getting invited there. He invites this person to his crib. He sits there and says, and like the end of it, each episode, of course, is about him and he's killing people. It's old boy from Morning Show. I don't know his name. And somebody was like, yeah, I thought it would be better than that. I said, yo, I don't know what the fuck you were talking about, but those 6 episodes were fucking amazing. They were funny. They were funny and weird and like horrifying all at the same time. Because I'm sure the problem is that humans are capable of this type of shit. That's the problem. Humans are very capable of doing something like this. And that's what scares the shit out of me more than anything else. So I think that if you guys get a chance, please go check this show out if you're trying to get creeped out a little bit. It's actually kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you like how he kills some of the people, but like let's just say the first one is, yeah. If you see an axe, it's over. That's all I'm going to let you know. Okay. I think one of them, a dude was a documentary person that he does like films about serial killers, and he finds a body that the guy kills. He invited him, by the way, to this house, to a random fucking place too, by the way. I think another one was an activist, and he was acting like a priest. That the killer was acting like a priest. We never get his name. And then another one I think was in a hotel. I think the last one he visits his mom. And oh yeah, there's one where he's a skydiver. Fucking hilarious. The shit that I don't know why they're funny, but it's just like, and the way he kills them, like all right. So there's a viral clip of him doing the creep tapes. There is a viral clip where the guy was like, he cuts himself with the axe, and he's like, see. and there's no blood. And then and then they were joking around and started like, yeah, okay. And then he said, high five, and there's blood all over his hand. He's like, oh shit, yeah. Like there's a video of this. This is like, I've seen this on TikTok. I didn't know it was a show. I thought it was just like jokingly type shit. But bro did an amazing job playing that role. I don't know how he played it. It was just fucking crazy. But yes, that's Creep Tapes. It's on Shudder. It's like found footage kind of. I don't know if it's like found footage. Would you count that as found footage type horror? I don't fucking know. I guess I should. Cool. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So, but that practically is the show right now. That's the show. So I'm wanting to let you guys know a little preface. The next few episodes probably be like spooky shit. I watched the Insidious one. I need to watch the rest of the motherfuckers. I just watched something. What did I watch? Monster. I watched the Ed Gein show. The Ed Gein monster. So we're going to talk about that for sure. Of course, they're talking about they're going to do Lizzie Borden next, which is okay, cool, I guess. And then we're really just going to talk about other scary movies and scary TV shows. Of course, we're going to culminate to one of the greatest scary TV shows of all time that you guys probably already know. I'm probably going to talk about because that's just the way I roll. So with that, that's pretty much what we need to get ready for. So with that, where you can find the Crewsin Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find your podcast needs. So if you can find the Crewsin Podcast, also you can find your latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Crewsin Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown. And with that, I like to say thank you guys so much for subscribing to the YouTube. Please go tell your friends, family, and everything. Make sure you take care of your mental health. Faux show. That's all I ask for y'all, man. I want you guys to be here to listen to the pod and make sure that you go and enjoy it and things like that. Continue to enjoy life. Life is amazing. Life is precious and life is short. Get fucking going. Calm down. Calm down. Take deep breaths. Keep fucking pushing. That's all I ask for you guys, man. I had to learn that the hard way a little bit. So, for that, I like to say, man, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening to the Crewsin Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces. Hold on, let me say deuces.